What's up guys and welcome to Xbox On. Now you may have seen the news earlier this month that 19 original Xbox games have become available on your Xbox One through Xbox Back Compat.
So we thought we'd take a look at some of the best OG Xbox games that look better than ever on your Xbox One X. Before we were shouting at dragons in Skyrim and storming the gates of Oblivion with Sean Bean by our side, we were let off of a prison boat in the lands of Morrowind. The game starts a lot like other entries in the Elder Scrolls series. You're in some form of prison, you're let out, and the game basically says, here you go, the world's your oyster. You can traverse the lands, meet interesting folk, and get chased by cliff racers. So many cliff racers. You're free to follow the story in which you try to stop a prophecy that could see the destruction of the island of Vardenfell, or you can explore the world and join societies like the infamous Dark Brotherhood, or Morrowind's own answer to the Brotherhood, the Morag Tong. If you want to experience where modern Elder Scrolls games found their start, then Morrowind should definitely get your full attention.
For me, SSX3 is the pinnacle of the long-running snowboard series, and that's because it's the best of both worlds. It's set on a huge seamless mountain that you can snowboard down from peak to bottom without loading times, like in the most recent game of the series, 2012's SSX, but at the same time every single inch of it is tightly designed. There are rails where there needs to be rails, half pipes where there needs to be half pipes, and so much opportunity for airtime because, well, getting airtime is the whole point. The sense of speed as you pelted down a snowy slope before launching off a huge ramp was brilliant, and there was a great rhythm to it, whereby pulling tricks filled a meter and you could spend the juice either on boosting for speed or doing physics breaking stunts called Ubers. Everything about it is exaggerated, especially the cast of the over-top characters such as Eddie and Elise. The only place that you can get away with an outfit like that is on the top of a mountain. The game actually got me interested in snowboarding in 2003, but I was disappointed to discover none of this is actually possible in real life. But when you're playing SSX3, you can dream.
Before BioWare jumped into the action RPG scene with Mass Effect and Dragon Age, there was Jade Empire, a game that takes its cues from Far Eastern mythology and martial arts cinema powerhouses like Hero and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You play as the Spirit Monk, traveling across Jade Empire, growing your party and fighting to take down the evil Emperor Sun Hai. Jade Empire truly is one of BioWare's hidden gems that really set the basis for their games today. There's the morality system, which is clearly visible in Mass Effect's Paragon and Renegade decisions, and the team melee combat present in Dragon Age Inquisition. If you're a fan of either of those games, now is the perfect time with it coming to Xbox Back Compat, as the game looks beautiful on Xbox One X. So if you like your RPGs with more kicks than Tekken, go out and grab this.
Hop on the back of a majestic dragon, Dragoon, and get it to attack everyone in this classic on-rail shooter from 2003. Why the dragon is even listening to you is a mystery, but I reckon you've got some dirt on it. Each stage is pure old school arcade action as projectiles stream from all sides and you have to spin the camera to spot approaching hazards before shooting them down, swiping your reticle over airships, missiles and murderous butterflies to paint them before unleashing a volley of fire. You've got control over your lateral movement and speed, meaning that you can dodge and evade, but you don't have to worry about where you're going as it's all automatic. This lets you focus on the swarms of enemies streaming your way, and it also lets developers take you on a wild ride through luscious environments like picturesque canyons and besieged cities. You really ought to pick this up.
Blinks the Time Sweeper is on a mission to defeat the end of Dimension B1Q64 and rescue its princess from the evil Tom Tom gang. If you like your heroes a bit more furry, then this original Xbox blast from the past should do the trick. Whilst Blinks always lands on his feet, wakes you up for breakfast at 5 AM and brings you dead rats as awful presents, he also has the power to control time, which is slightly more impressive than your average tabby. Whether he's slowing down time, speeding it up, recording himself, reversing time, or stopping it entirely, he uses these abilities to stop an evil army of pigs, which everyone knows is the common cat's worst enemy. Blinks was pretty revolutionary when it first came to Xbox with its cool twist on gameplay that sees you thinking ahead or maybe back in time to work out how to progress. Definitely worth a go on your Xbox One today.
Full Spectrum Warrior was a different spin on military shooters, a genre which was pretty oversaturated back in 2004 when this game launched. Instead of running and gunning like a foolish foolboy, you have to use your squads intelligently, taking cover and working out how to pick apart enemy defenses. You had two teams, Alpha and Bravo, and by switching between them, you could do things like laser pressing fire to keep the enemy pinned down, order flanking maneuvers, or set up either side of a street for an ambush. This use of real-world military tactics made Full Spectrum Warrior feel raw and authentic. If one of your buddies got shot, you had to heal them and not just run off like you usually would. I wasn't ready to appreciate its punishing realism as a kid, but now I'm a little bit older and smarter, I am so ready for this challenge.
Ah, Conker. Who could forget your hilarious drunken adventure? Poor old Conker isn't having a good day. After a night of binge drinking, he attempts to return to his girlfriend Berry. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as that to kiss and make up, as the Panther King decides he wants to use Conker as the fourth leg in his broken table. You know, classic morning after scenario after one too many beers. Things go from weird to worse as Conker deals with enormous wasps, a Terminator robot, and a war between squirrels and teddy bears. Conker Live and Reloaded plays like a classic Rare 3D adventure, similar to Banjo and Kazooie in style, but just a little more on the risky side. Conker was regarded as one of the best games of the year when it was first released, and still holds up to this day. Grab a drink and check it out.
Not one, not two, but 6 Star Wars Xbox originals are now fully playable on your Xbox One, proving that you can never have too much of a good thing. But the pick of the bunch for me is 2003's Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, which I used to love back in the day for its lightsaber combat. The way you could construct your own lightsaber, use different stances, and block and parry gave it a surprising amount of depth. There's also Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, and Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, which puts you in the cockpit of some iconic Star Wars craft. I'll try spinning, that's a good trick. There's also BioWare RPG, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, and finally there's Star Wars Republic Commando, where you play a crack squad of stormtroopers who have to take down high priority targets. It's a good time to be a Star Wars fan.
So there we have it, some of the best looking Xbox original games. They look absolutely incredible now. Do make sure to let us know which your favourite is down in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new so you never miss out on any Xbox news.
And as always, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.